Hey guys, Michael with JC3 Students here. Just wanted to remind you that each week on Friday we will drop one of these teaching videos until we're able to be back together in person. There is a small group guide associated with each of these videos. It comes out on Fridays as well, and it gets sent out to our email list. If you're not on that list, shoot us an email at info@jeffcitychurch.com, and we will make sure that you get your hands on that small group guide. This is week 4 of the Explained series. Let's jump right in. Have you ever gotten a gift that you really, really wanted, but then when you got it, it wasn't as cool as you thought it would be? I remember in middle school there was this big fad at the time, and I don't know why it happened, but everyone was into yo-yos. Like, everyone had the yo-yos that you could do tricks on, and walking the dog, baby in the cradle, all this kind of stuff. And I remember thinking that they were so awesome. And so I begged my mom to get me, like, not just a regular yo-yo, but like a tricked out yo-yo. I mean, it must have cost her like $50 for this yo-yo. And I got it, and it was cool for about a week, and then I never used it again. And maybe you've experienced this in your life. Maybe for you it wasn't a yo-yo, maybe it was something that you wanted for Christmas, and you begged and you pleaded and you begged and you pleaded, and you finally got it, and then after a couple of days you realized, yeah, I don't really like this. Or maybe it was something you bought for yourself. You saved up money because you wanted something so bad. Maybe it was a game or a movie or just something that you wanted that you saw and you thought it was so cool. And then when you got it, it just wasn't. And it ended up just sitting in your room. And if we're being honest, maybe the Bible kind of falls into this category for us sometimes. Maybe we've been told that the Bible will do certain things for our lives, and the Bible just hasn't lived up to that expectation for us, or it hasn't delivered. Or maybe you've heard the Bible described as a guidebook or instruction manual, a place to find solutions to all of your problems, or the place where any question you have about life, it has the answer. Something kind of like Google. The Bible, you can just ask it questions and it'll have an answer for you. And sometimes it seems like the Bible is answering questions that we're not asking, and sometimes it feels like the Bible doesn't answer the questions that we are asking. And this leaves us wondering, if the Bible doesn't really answer my questions, then is it really all that useful? And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about today. What are we missing here? What needs to be explained for us when it comes to the Bible to understand its purpose in our lives? Well, to get the answers for this question, I think that we should read the Bible and see what it has to say. And in particular, I want to look at a passage of Scripture that comes from the book called Psalms. You see, this book of Psalms they were poems, they were songs, they were, interpretive ideas of what God and his relationship with people looked like. Many of them were written by kings, David and his son Solomon, and they give us some wisdom. And one of the wisdoms that they give us actually concerns what the Bible is supposed to be for those who believe. And so the book of Psalms kind of talks about it like this. In Psalm 119, 105, the psalm writer says, "Your word is like a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." A lamp for my feet, a light on my path. And what's interesting here is when it talks about the word being a lamp for his feet and a light on his path, what the writer is saying is that God's word, or the Bible, as we've discussed before, is a light for the path of our lives. And I want you to think about this real quick, and maybe this analogy will help you understand it a little bit better. Imagine you're outside walking in the woods in the middle of the night, and it's pitch black dark. And you don't have a flashlight, you don't have a candle, a lantern, you don't have anything that gives off any light. One, it would be kind of scary because you can't see anything. And two, if you walk a long distance in the woods in the middle of the night, chances are you're going to trip over some stuff. There will be roots in the way, bushes, stones, just all of these things that you can't really see because it's dark and you have no light. But then think of it, what it would be like if you had a really powerful flashlight with you. Suddenly, it's not quite as scary, and you would probably trip a lot less because you could see where you're going. You could see what's in front of you and where you're putting your feet. And what the writer is trying to explain here is that this is a lot like what the Bible does for our life. You see, a map or a GPS or an instruction manual will clearly tell you where to go and what to do, but the Bible doesn't do that. The Bible isn't something that clearly says, go here, do this, and everything will work out fine. That's not the way that it works. Instead, what the Bible does is it lights up where you are and it shows you what's ahead, kind of like having a flashlight in the middle of the dark woods. It shows you what to watch out for. It's a light that illuminates your path so that you're better equipped to make the best choice. Because of the Bible, we can see a lot more and a lot clearer than we would if we didn't have it. The Bible just brings things to light. And the light doesn't force you to go a certain way. Just because you have a flashlight, it doesn't force you to go one way or another in the woods. Instead, it gives you the opportunity to use wisdom to take the next right step. If you're in the woods and you have a flashlight and you see that there's a path going one direction or a bunch of thorns going in the other, you probably pick the path. And that's what the Bible does. It shows you those areas in your life where you could go that way, but it may cause harm to you or to other people. Or there may be an easier, a better, maybe a right path for you to walk down. And the dark often feels uncertain. When you're in the dark, you're not sure where things are. And it feels scary and it feels unknown. And if you've ever been in the dark, then you know that light is helpful before an emergency becomes an emergency, right? It's often good when you're in the dark to know which direction you can go if things go badly. But it's scary when things go badly and you don't know where to turn. But that's how important the Bible is in the lives of us who believe its words, is that it gives us a clear light to direct our path so that when things start to go down a bad path, when things start to be uncertain and start to be scary, the Bible shows us which direction we can go. It gives us a light before we stumble into trouble. In fact, the psalm writer puts it this way. He says, I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. And that's in Psalm 119:11. You see, what the psalm writer is trying to show us here is that we should use God's word as a light that's turned on ahead of time. That the more we read God's word, the more that the Bible is in us, the more that we have it hidden in our heart and tucked into our minds and memories, we're prepared to make the best and wisest decisions possible. You see, the more you carry around God's word with you, the more that you've read your Bible and you've implemented it into your life, the less often you'll find yourself in those situations where something happens and you don't know what to do. Instead, you'll find yourself in those situations and things will happen. People will be hurt. People will hurt you. And the things around you will get confusing and scary. But you'll know what to do because you've read the Bible and it's shown you the right path. When using the Bible as a light and a lamp, we'll see a bigger picture. The entire path becomes illuminated. It's easier for us to dodge those rocks and those roots so that we don't trip and fall. And here's the thing. The Bible is something that you have to spend time with. And I know that that can be intimidating, especially for people who are new to the Bible. It invites us to observe what happens on its pages, and then it asks us to live our lives in response to what we find there. And here are a few easy steps to reading the Bible and using it as a lamp for your life. Just easy things that you can get started doing. You don't have to have a degree in it. You don't have to be a biblical scholar. But try these couple of things. Read a passage of the Bible for 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes out of your whole day. 10 minutes goes by so quick. 10 minutes is absolutely nothing. That's 1/3 of a show that you watch on Netflix, and a lot of us watch 20 shows a night. Just read it for 10 minutes. Talk to someone about what you've read. Whatever you've read, if it was something that you had questions about, or it sparked something in you, or you wanted it to be explained a little bit more, talk to somebody about it. Talk to a small group leader. Talk to me. Talk to a minister. Talk to somebody about what it says. And lastly, memorize it. And I know that sounds really difficult because I'm asking you to memorize the Bible, but I would challenge you by saying this. Off the top of your head, how many songs do you have memorized right now? If we were to go through your iPhone, iPad, iPod, turn on the radio, how many of them could you sing along to? It's not that you don't know how to memorize stuff. It's just that you maybe haven't taken the time or haven't figured out how it is you memorize things best. But you can memorize the Bible. I know you can, because you've got like 300 songs in your head right now memorized. You see, the Bible brings things to light. It may not always give us the specific answers that we want in the moment, but over time, it illuminates the paths that we walk down. And we have to put in time to see the benefits of the Bible. It's not something that happens overnight. So yes, it's still probably going to be confusing for a little while, and there's still things that you'll probably struggle with. But the more you put into the Bible, the more you will get out of the Bible. The more you read it, the more that you listen to it, the more that you memorize it, the more it will influence the way that you live your life for the better. And over time, it will help us better understand ourselves, better understand those around us, and most importantly, better understand God and who He is. So, when we use it like it's meant to be, the Bible can actually make our lives bigger and better.